Melody, and the beginning of this video was me just moving stuff around because, as you saw, it was a mess. Now it's all clean, and I feel really happy with the way things look. It feels really functional. It feels really spacious now, which is important. Yeah, so here's first thing when you enter the room is like a little art gallery. So there's some things that I drew and put it up as a way to like kind of like not really welcome you into the space, being an introvert. And then some other more art that I've done. This is a girl. I think she's me, and this is how I deal with love and how I think about love. I feel like I make the person that I'm with my whole world, and I have attachment issues. I still hold on to it even though things are falling apart. And after a certain breakup, I was thinking about like how I wish the guy kind of treated me the same way, like I was his world, like I was his universe. And I wish he was like an astronomer. I wish he would explore the deeper parts of me, like how I look at things and things I value and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's why she's covered in stars, or what she's wearing it is covered in stars, because she wants to be that person's universe. Does that make sense? That's kind of like how I look at love. This one's an older piece from my first set of paint markers from Daiso, and it was a limited amount of colors. So I decided, since there wasn't a thing like a skin tone color, I just used green. So she's like a little alien. She's kind of like Gamora from, what's that movie? Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. And she's just a sassy little girl. And this one I just did yesterday. I finished watching Adventure Time with my kids last week, and I wanted to do something in the style of Adventure Time, so I did this. And it says, "There's more to life than falling in love and being in a crappy relationship." I have come a long way. So the beginning of this year, I was dating, and then now I am not dating. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, the sketches you see here, I made them after another breakup. And then I wanted to do like a revenge line. So it's like lingerie, and it's kind of the story of Little Red Riding Hood going into the forest, and there's a big bad wolf, and I kind of like took it like how you enter the dating world. And you're Little Red Riding Hood, and you're dealing with all these wolves. But in this line, I kind of wanted Little Red Riding Hood to be like the predator. Like she's going in there and she's gonna like slaughter them, or she's gonna like lure them in with her body and like, defeat them or something like that. And then I have some other things on this board to make it feel like a workspace. So I take like things seriously and do actual work. This is a price sheet from a certain store that does alterations as well, a certain bridal store, and it was from my friend. Yeah, she was the manager there until the store here in Hawaii closed. So yeah, it's also a way for me to understand how to price things out, because I'm horrible at those kind of things. This is a pin cushion that I made last week. I made the pattern. Actually, the next video I'm making, I modified the pattern because I don't really like the way it looks. It could be cuter, going for cute. But now I don't think I'd have it in me to like poke it if it's that cute. I was already having problems with it when I was sticking the pins in it. This is Manager. I just bought him as well. He kept staring at me, so I decided to bring him home. I thought he would look good with like the rest of my witchy decor. So yeah, his name is Manager because he's always watching me. Is it safe to say that we are in the era of witches? Like, Agatha all along, baby, was so good. Oh my god, I cried so much. I love it. And WandaVision, oh my god, yes. What else witchy stuff are there? Yeah, anyways. Yeah, these are my scissors. First for fabric only. Okay. I keep them there. I like the tray that way. They're like there's a designated place for them. And yeah. Oh, I just bought these pencils from the Aviation Museum on Ford Island, and I like that they're chunky because now that I'm older, my joints kind of hurt when I hold normal size pencils. So like the nice thick chunky pencils feel good to use. They're kind of too long. Like the center of gravity for it is kind of like hard to write with. I maybe need to like cut it down or something. So I put my patterns up. I bought this rack off Amazon. I like that there's shelves on the top and shelves on the bottom so you can put stuff on. And I bought these pattern hooks, which are just clips, and I like them a lot better than like the traditional hooks that you see for patterns. I just think this is a lot cleaner and faster to like grab the pattern and or the size that you're looking for if it's just clips. Yeah. I'll throw in some pictures of like other like hooks you've probably seen or are mostly used for companies, fashion companies. These are skirts that I made. I put them up because I need to actually take them in and change a few things. That's gonna be soon. I'm gonna work on that soon. And this is the box of scraps I was talking about. The pin cushion was made out of these scraps. So the inside is scrap and then the outer side is scraps. Oh, this is a light that I had put up sometime this year because this room doesn't have a light, and there's a switch here. It doesn't do anything. It's supposed to connect to one of the outlets so that if you put like a floor lamp, if you turn it on, it'll turn on whatever lamp you plugged in, but I can't figure out which outlet it goes to. Yeah, this is my machine, my industrial. I have to plug it back in because I just finished like reorganizing the room and I forgot to set it up. It has this knee attachment where like if you push the attachment to the right, the presser foot goes up. And I really like that. I like that it has like this organizational area too. so I can just pick up the color of thread I need, or if I need one of those clips, I can put it there. I decided to put the clips there instead of needles, because my niece was living with us and she was 1 year old. And she would come in the room all the time and mess things up. So it wasn't safe to like have like sharp objects on the edge of table services. This is a little shelf I put up just so that like not a bunch of stuff is like on the work surface. I can like put them up on that shelf if I need space, or if I'm done with the project I can put them back up. So I use my mirror as a whiteboard. So I have my to-do list. I need to use up those scraps to make a Taylor ham and a what is that, the sleeve roll, things that I can like use up all that fabric, those scraps, for something. So probably make more pincushions too. Some on this side of the mirror are alterations that I need to do for that kimono top that I did. I still didn't make the changes yet to the pattern, but I put it up on the board so I don't forget. And in the closet, I have some samples that I've made. A swimsuit. I've made these jackets for my son. Made a tiny aloha shirt for my son, and aloha shirt onesie when my youngest was a baby. Now they can't fit these. I'm just using them as examples. I need to make Jack a new jacket, but he can't fit this. He's too chunky. He's a different body type from his brother, and I had made these for Thomas when he was Jack's age. I have so much fabric. I need to use them. I gotta get on it. I need to make stuff. Gotta get through all of these somehow. I really like a lot of the fabric. Uh-oh, Jack's coming. Alright, on the other side, I have my notebooks from school that I like to keep handy. I'm gonna show you what's inside. They're samples of different edges and stitches, not edges, sorry, different finishes, sorry, of edges. This one is the swimsuits and knits. Two classes combined into one big chunky binder. Oh, there's a mosquito. I saw it earlier. I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I got it. Ew. Hey, okay. A little bit off topic, like, not to confuse anybody, but I'm wearing my wedding ring, my wedding band, and my engagement ring from my marriage. I know, like, I mentioned that, like, I was dating this year. Just to clear some things up, my husband passed away 2023, so last year. Yeah, not I don't like mentioning it because I don't want people to feel like sorry for me, but I feel like I needed to just like explain why I have my wedding ring and my engagement ring on, because, and yeah, I just felt like sharing that so it's not confusing. Well, the reason why I put them back on is because dating was so disappointing. I wanted to forget. I want to not focus on dating anymore. So putting the rings back on for me is like a reminder that I'm gonna sort of like live a kind of like married person life. Like I pretend that my husband's still alive, and that I'm super devoted to him and super loyal to him, and I don't need to be dating. And also like it's also a reminder to like focus on other things like YouTube, and building like a collection, like building a collection of patterns, of garments. Like I rather put all my energy and my focus on things that are gonna benefit me than towards someone who's not gonna value me. I'm the kind of person who, when I really want something, when I set a goal, I really work hard to make it happen. Like how I really wanted good grades. Like I think I got an A right on this project. Like I knew that I wanted to do a good job. So I really worked my ass off to like prove my worth. Yeah. So I'm really happy how these projects came out, and like I like the fashion program actually that I went to. It's in Honolulu Community College, and like the teachers really thought about like the students like after the program. Like we get to keep these projects forever, and it's like in our lives forever, right? And it's helping me still. Like in my other video I forgot how to make French curves, but I have like the sample piece. It's in one of these notebooks, but I just didn't bother to like go find it. But if I want to, it's there for me. Now this book is about grading, so that's something I need to remember how to do. I remember like where all the grade lines go. I just forget how I'm supposed to calculate it under the like new X and Y axis. Yeah, I kind of I'm remembering the cardinal points that you start from the center front, one of the center front corners, and then you go clockwise. Yeah. So I kind of remember those things, but I actually need to like look at the numbers and figure out how they are calculated. So it's good that like I have so many examples in this whole notebook to like help me like remember things, because grading is super important. Like that's something I actually need to do for my patterns. Like I start with a base size, like that's mostly me. I'm the base size because I'm making the clothes for me. And if I want to make additional sizes for other people, that's where grading comes in. You size up and you size down the pattern from an original size. So that's how it's gonna be for my situation. I do want to put patterns up like on Etsy, just to make like a little bit of income. I am a single mother, so like I'm thinking about the future. Like right now we're okay, but maybe in 2 years I do want to like build create some income, because we live in a world where we have to pay for stuff. We have to pay for food, we have to pay for rent. That's just, everybody needs money. Hey, I need money too. So this is one of the projects we did for that grading class. These are Aloha shirts from size extra small to 2X, I think, or 3X. So those are all the pieces. So that's grading. I think the starting size was medium, and we would go several sizes down and several sizes up for all of the whole set. This sheet of paper is a map of the grade lines and how they are related to all the other pieces of the garment. And when I saw this at the end of that class, I was so blown away. I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I love that. Yeah. I love how fashion or garment construction is a big puzzle. All the pieces of your clothes are puzzled together in these funny, interesting shapes and designs to fit your body. And that I never get tired. I never get tired of how cool that is. This is a different class, but I put the two classes in one binder because they're related. It's the manual grading in the front. And so you would do all the calculations for grading one pattern size, right? And you actually use a grading machine, a gradometer, which is a tool, a physical tool that you use to grade up and grade down. And then the back side of this binder is the computerized grading, where you go on the computer and there's a program that automatically just puts everything. You do need all those calculations though. The calculations need to be input into the program, and then you just click, and then you can grade whatever pattern you want based on that. My favorite part of the computerized grading was the marker making. I think this was like a 30-yard fabric, a simulation of 30 yards of a fabric, and you would lay the pattern pieces on it and try to reduce as much waste as possible. And this was super fun for me because I really like Tetris and I really love puzzles. So like trying to jigsaw them side by side was really fun. If ever you get a chance to experience like marker making, you'll understand why it's so much fun. Sorry, it says right there, this is 7 yards and 29.24 inches. And there was a challenge between me and the other classmates who could get all the patterns on the fabric with the least amount of yardage. So that was fun. I did not win though. My friend Dallas actually won, I think. I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud that a bunch of my friends from the program are still doing things related to fashion. And we all live on an island. So like we kind of like, everybody kind of knows each other. And the funny thing about
living in Hawaii is that there aren't a lot of people who want to take up jobs in the garment industry. Actually, a lot of people who are working in the industry are retiring, and a lot of us from the program who know each other are taking up these spots, and it's kind of nice that we all know each other, even though we are working in different companies or we're working on our own thing. It's just like, it's a good network.
So one last thing I want to share before the video ends is this notebook about alterations. I think a lot of us who rely on commercial patterns, like you could get a commercial pattern and you might have one of the sizes in the nest of patterns like fit you pretty well, but maybe like something's just a bit off. Maybe like the bust is too tight. So there's like a page here where it tells you how to increase the bust on the pattern, and along with other things, increasing the torso or decreasing, which is just the slash and spread method for increasing. Or which is this, the bust? Yeah, that's increasing the bust line. So you would slash, and you would spread. Don't forget the dart. A lot of times you don't have to mess with the dart, but if you do, yeah, that's how you do it. And then for decreasing a lot of things, it's slash and you overlap or you fold, and that's it. That's kind of like how you tackle most of the alterations. Just slash and spread or overlap, depending on what your situation is. This is a special case, like if you need like extra room, like in an awkward position, but it's zero out at a different point. So you just like only you would pivot where you need that extra room. So you'd slash and you would pivot. Kind of tricky, but like looking at pictures is a great way to absorb information. In my case, like words can only take you so far with physical things that you need to like actually process. So pictures are a great way for me to absorb the information. And that's all. That's it for this video. Hope that was educational and you enjoyed it. Okay, I love you. Bye.